Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? I am fresh from the garden, fresh from the shower, and all I can smell is mint and dill and sage, and it's literally in my pores. But it's great. I mean, I'm not complaining. Like, there is nothing like sitting in the middle of a dill and mint patch, ripping out the dill, trying to get to the mint, trying to save my chives because they are just overgrown with dill. The dill is like, oh, let me see. It's at least 2 to 3 feet tall, and my chives, they just haven't even done anything this year. They're just scrubs, and my garlic chives are like skimpy. It's like they just, I don't know. There's grass. There's this type of natural grass that grows around them. It's kind of just gotten there and fallen. So I was trying to hack that off before it, seeded, and I don't know. But yeah, I am so enjoying my garden. My chamomile plant is about 1.5 feet tall and budding. So now I get to go pick chamomile flowers every morning. I just wish you could smell it. It's just, oh, I love basil, and sage. And that dill is just, whew. Anyway, guess what? We're on the last hair video. Finally, the last hair video. I was actually going to do one more. I was going to show you how to color your hair, but my daughter and I never got to it. So there's some tips and instructions in this video. But yeah, I can't believe it. It's been a long journey. I actually miss my soaps. I haven't been able to make a whole lot of soaps recently just because of this, that, everything else. And yeah, I really miss making them. But that's just par for the course. I guess it's better than waking up and dreading it, like it's a job, you have to work it. I was watching another soaper, and she was saying how everybody on YouTube just shows you the little cute mold of what they do, but they actually make 10 times that size mold. Nobody on YouTube just makes that mold, that amount of soap. I'm sitting there going, well, some of us do. Like, what I show you is what I made, So, like, when we did the, they're still up here. When we did the hybrid soaps, I really did 6 soaps. And then there was a little squirt left over, we have some coming up here, these. If I say it's in the wood mold, that's 12 bars. If it's in the 2-pound mold, that's 7 bars. That's what I made. It doesn't mean I won't go back and make more, another batch. Like the watermelon soap, I made 2 batches, and I told you that, right? That's what I do. Literally, I am a small soaper. I am a small soap maker. And for now, that is fine, and that works for me. I'm happy where I'm at. Does that make sense? I could be a little bigger. I could have a few more wholesale. I could have a wholesale. Okay, sorry. Back to this. I'm very chatty. I'm high on herbs, guys. Back to this video on the hair, or the last hair product. I'm going to try and see if I can, you know how they mash them into one group of videos? What do they call that? I can't remember, but I'm going to try and do that. So if you click on one, the other ones are right there. I think that's a thing. But yeah, so this one is, oh, I gotta tell you, this one, we're doing the shampoo bar. Some people do, some people don't. If you want to know the history of shampoo, Mrs. Soap and Clay has an excellent, I think it's a 3 or 4 part series on the history of shampoo and how we got to where we are today and why we have the hair problems that we do have. That being said, there's going to be other links below like where I crafted my hair recipe from. This girl has, I mean, and there's other ones, but this one, she had like so many oils and why they're good for your hair, and you know, this type of hair or this type of hair. And I know there's people who craft, make cold process shampoo bars that, it's not one size fits all, but it's, they might have 3 or 4 in their line, and like royalty soaps, she's got some. You can probably find almost any soaper, but then so my shampoo bars I make for myself. Maybe you can craft your own. I might put these on the website. I'm actually going to I actually like some of these hair products so much that they are going to be on the website soon. I should just go sit in the garden with my iPad and work on my website. Whew. Grounding is a thing. It really is. I mean, it's just amazing. Yeah, I ripped out my one tomato plant I had in the herb garden. So my little herb garden, it grew one tomato plant that I did not plant, and I accidentally ripped it out. But that's okay. It's okay. My husband has tomato plants, lots of tomato plants, so. I am talking way too much here. This is supposed to be our hair video, not a gardening and oh my gosh video. What am I doing this fall? But anyway, 3 things. Dream big, be true to you. You are worth it. And let's get to this last hair video. And our final video is on shampoo bars. Now, don't look at my batter. It's atrocious. But in that little jar are my green tea leaves, gunpowder green tea. I will walk you through this as best as I can. Those are my oils, and in there is Rasool clay. Love that clay. And my lye water is extra, extra dark because I had my gunpowder green tea leaves in the lye water, not just the tea solution. So yeah, extra, extra dark. It wasn't my plan, but I decided I wasn't going to waste it. I was just going to go with the flow. So they're probably going to be brown. I'm just telling you, these aren't going to be pretty shampoo bars. But I'm not going for pretty. I'm going for packing a punch. Okay? So we're doing hot process. Why hot process? Well, I'll tell you why. Because sometimes people have arguments that extracts don't make it through saponification. Do tannins make it through saponification? Well, who knows? But when you hot process and you cook, okay, you are cooking the soap to the end, and then you add extracts and all those fun things, even though, we're putting tannins in the lye solution. Maybe they'll last. Maybe they'll make it through. Maybe they will have a benefit in our hair. So getting this to trace is always so much fun, especially when I realized my immersion blender is dying. That's always fun. So hot processing this. What else do I need to tell you is in here? I can't remember what's in here. I did citric acid at 5% of the oils. Read up on that. I'm not going to explain how I do that. I did add the tea. This is my batter after 5 minutes, and I'm not even going to touch it. I'm going to let it go for another 15. And here it is, cooking like a banshee like usual. It does this to me. Like, I literally have to have it on 10 hours, turn it to warm, and then turn it off. And then turn it back on later. But yeah, I mean, this is applesaucey. It is the weirdest consistency I've ever seen. I don't know what to say, you guys. Don't follow my hot processing videos unless you're watching one from way back, because after I got this crock pot, it's like it all went to hell in a handbasket. But so another 15-20 minutes later, and it is, after it's been shut off and it's not quite so freaking hot, it is looking really kind of cool, right? Nice and smooth and glossy. Do you see that gloss in there? It's gelin, babes. It's gelin. Going for the gelin. What was in this? I just picked some oils. I picked avocado. I do like it in soaps. I don't use it often. I picked cocoa butter, coconut, of course, olive, of course, castor, of course, a little bit of tallow, a little bit, Oh, what can I say? Isn't that just beautiful? Like, look at that. It looks like fudge, you guys. It literally looks like fudge. If only. If only it could be. I cooked it probably a good hour to an hour and a half. My water is usually 3 times the lye when I hot process, just because I cook it long and, the water cooks out and all that stuff. Okay, for this part, this is, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's 1 ounce of aloe, and then there's honey, like aloe vera juice. And then there's honey, okay? And then I had warmed up the aloe a little bit so that I could, and it's raw honey, so that's in there. And then there is the shiitake powder. Like I said, I was going for stuff, after the cook to be put on to hopefully help with the hair. Okay, so that's what's in there. I know it looks really funny, but it's the shiitake mushroom powder and it's honey. So I didn't have, the teas, will add bubble. The honey's going to add some bubble, even though we're adding it at the end. It's how much bubble can it give it, right? I don't know. I've never tested that. Do you get more bubble out of no honey at the end or honey at the end? That would be kind of interesting. I don't cook it very long after this. It's probably just, a few minutes, while I get my molds together. The fragrance oil I used was Hibiscus and Honey by Brambleberry. I used that for one of the bee scents in my Wildflowers and Bees. I like it. I like it. But ignore my disaster of a desk. I am putting these into these cute. I love these. I use these for the puppy bars. The bad thing is, well, the puppy bars at least are smooth, like very smooth. These do look like they were hot processed when I'm done, but they are very close to the same color. And the puppy bars have coffee in them, don't they? I want to say they have coffee because they have coffee in them because they were for odor eating, which works. It's amazing how gorgeous they make my dog's hair. Like, we're talking, like 6 different breeds between them. If we don't consider Willow a mutt, we're just going off of what, my son was told that she is. So, 6 different breeds between the 2 dogs. And, their hair is so shiny and so pretty when they actually get a bath. Yeah, rolling in the water that sits in the middle of the manure pile is just gross. It's just gross. Yeah, but anyway, okay, sorry. Talking about these shampoo bars. That is always the thing, you guys. To shampoo or not to shampoo, and how often to shampoo. You really, if you've been shampooing every single day, since you've been alive like me, where you grew up and it was a thing to shampoo your hair every day, you're going to have to train your hair. You're going to have to be patient if you really want it. It took me a good month to get my hair when I started doing cold process soap and washing my hair. It took me a good month to get where I wanted to be, where it was not, where I didn't have to wash my hair every day and didn't feel like grease or gross or anything. And some people like dry shampoo. I tried it a few years ago, probably before I started doing that, my own shampoo bars, and I didn't like it. It just wasn't for me. Now there's the no poo method, which is basically not shampooing. And if you are that type of person, go to Mountain Rose Herbs. They have a great article on no poo rinses for your hair. And technically you could actually use them for your hair anyway, even if you did shampoo. They're really that good. I wanted to show you how this bubbled. I was so impressed with this. Like, I didn't even have to start working this up, and I'm pretty sure it's the tannins in the tea that do this. But it's got lots of slip, you guys. It's got lots of slip. No, it's not that bad. But it's a beautiful creamy bar. I absolutely love it in my hair. I actually like it more than my vinegar shampoo bars. But this one was like spot on stellar. I really liked it. So if you have hair like mine, it'll work for you. They're not pretty, but there they are, the shampoo bars. And if you think this was a great series, come on, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I'm almost at 400 people. Woo woo! But anyway, as always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.